team meal, you know, you get every single protein that you need, every single element that is good for your health. We're gonna hop into game 1, Team Liquid Indonesia on blue side, evosholy on red.
Yeah, right now I really just want to see how does evosholy pilot this draft, because again, all of the answers, TLID has it, so maybe they have a secret interaction that they are aware of that is able to deal with this, because otherwise I'm just looking at ones and zeros, and the ones are going for the side of TLID. Evosholy right now, again, you gotta pick your poison, try to deal with someone. I don't know which lane they can actually win for this one.
I feel like if you want to hit a lane, you're probably looking at, as long as it's not the Phobius lane, right? You probably can look at Rihescu or Aaron Shiki. It has to be one of those two, because Phobius he's just gonna ignore whatever you want to do. In this case, Aran even has the flicker, so he doesn't feel too threatened. Witty's gonna take plenty of damage, but gets the taunt out, so Ivan couldn't complete the knockup. End of the day, evosholy, they're just looking to get priority.
Yeah, evosholy right now also looks like they will try to poke out anywhere that they can, but it really doesn't mean too much here. Something that I do want to look at here is that Lucas, going up against the Phobius, is actually going for a little bit more tanky, even having the vitality as well. Ezekiel taking a little bit of damage coming in from Ivan. I'm just wondering about the build that Lucas is going to build. Either he's going for just full-on tankiness, or he will build a War Axe first, because I kind of feel like going full tank, you really don't have a lot going for you going up against this kind of team composition, because you don't deal enough damage to really be a threat, and when you're getting into the fight, it's hard for you to get out of it.
I think if you want to go full tank, you need someone like an enchanter, right? Matilda, Angela, probably. The War Axe does feel like it makes a bit more sense, especially when you're already in a losing matchup against Aran. A bit of a scuffle on the top side. Aran hits 4 very quickly, gets to move first straight onto Ivan. Double Infernal Pursuit. Ivan will be dangerously low and instantly loses control of the turtle.
Yeah, right now, even though Reggie has level 4 here, if he can get onto Fabian, that's great. But if he can't, then that's going to be trouble. And it looks like at this point he can't. Yeah, oh, but a lot of damage.
Man, knock up Jikundo. Reggie able to leap away with the flash stab. And even had the AOG come up from Witty, no revitalize for him. The duality not enough. At the airstrike from Deposit. Onto Deposit. First blood, Witty. They can keep jumping in and out. I say that Ivan ends up getting traded back. Turtle will go over to the side of TLID.
Yeah, for now, looking at the trades, evosholy does have a little bit of a gold lead just now, but now after getting the turtle, it will basically equal out. Looking at both drafts here, honestly, I'm not entirely sure who has the better scaling comp, because Harp scales incredibly well. But yeah, I actually no, never mind. I think it's TLID, because the Joy can definitely deal with the Harp, and once Harp is gone, the majority of the damage is not there.
Joy, Farsa, Bruno, plenty of explosive damage towards the late game. Again, the Romans have been matching each other's movements for sure. Evosholy getting it's as minuscule as possible of a gold lead, and just off of that first blood, right? That's your first blood gold injection, but still, TLID not really too worried. A two-man gang topside. Aran will eat up most of the pressure, and now Albert is waiting for cooldown. Aran just keeps on going on him, and Reggie as well. This man deals so much damage, re-engages even, and survives a 2v1.
Yeah, and this is why the Phobius is a very good answer against the Lucas, because, oh, hold on, Fabian actually goes for Albert, but Albert is able to survive no problem. Anyways, this is the problem going up against Phobius, is that you just don't have enough damage, and everything that you do strengthens the Phobius. And that's why it is a losing matchup, in case anyone is curious. All of those dashes just makes Phobius much stronger, and whenever oh, they still want to go for Aran.
They're definitely not going to lose with 4 people, so yeah, Aran does go down. Albert finding that kill. Very good diversion from Deposit.
Okay, so it looks like for evosholy, their weak lane here is going to be Erlan, so they're not going to rotate a lot to the gold lane, which I actually thought that they would go to the gold lane a little bit more, trying to give some advantage over to Erlan so that he can get his Holy Crystal much faster and start snowballing there. So instead, they're trying to make sure that everything is equal out, take down the front line first.
Evosholy now taking space in that bush. Ivan had to trade some of his health bar for it. Both junglers at the same level. Liquid ID obviously having priority of the objective and wants the turtle, but Albert thinking about a potential steal with Aran showing up, though that is going to be denied very quickly. Second turtle for TLID. Erlan pops the Zaman Force, even dancing around the feather airstrike. Aran almost drops down, but Reggie wants to kill. Jumps in, pops the Vengeance. AOG from Witty to split the battle line. Reggie is still going, but Aran re-engages, finds the kill as a backline dive from the diversion. evosholy finds the trade back onto Aran. Ivan will go down to Aaron Shiki. So Team Liquid ID walks away 2 for 1.
I'm not so sure if evosholy really wanted that or it's just Reggie 100%. Oh, it looks like Witty wants to go onto Erlan, but that's a pretty bad idea. Zaman Force activated and Witty gets taken down. And now we're looking at the front lines here. Maybe going a little bit too excited here, Husky, where I kind of feel like it's not really the right timing.
I feel like the idea was there from evosholy, right? Reggie was surviving for pretty darn long. The divergent, maybe the timing was a bit off, but at least they equalized it again with a kill onto Witty, who kind of had quite an ambitious idea to go onto Erlan, who again still has Flicker with him. Zaman Force came back off cooldown. Even when you look at the item builds, Thunder Belts for both XP latest online, and Albert being able to soak up the top wave, and Erlan getting a bit of an advantage off of the kill.
Yeah, I can't understand like why Weedy want to go for it, because the Harvick is extremely strong. He doesn't use the Purify here, so once you catch him, he's gonna be very vulnerable to a lot of burst damage. So maybe like it's not the right time for you to do that, but I can see why he went for it, because you know, probably in training a lot of time you see the Harvick go onto him, he just explodes. You can take him down, but it does look like Airline is more than prepared for those kind of situations, because we see the reaction time once he sees Weedy, immediately dashes away and then fights back. So in this matchup, we really have to look at how Erlan and Weedy interact against each other.
Thankfully, Weedy is there to keep Ivan away, because he was so ready for potential kick onto Aaron Shiki, but they have no idea that Deposit is there, so that's going to be purified out for Aaron Shiki, as Deposit almost cost his death. evosholy again, now shifting their attention to that gold lane.
Yeah, because again, oh, looks like a diversion coming in, and they're gonna take it. They really want to go for this turtle.
And punishing Aran once more. This time he's gonna get knocked out by the Jit Kundo, secured by Deposit. evosholy just trying to kind of be faster than Team Liquid ID in terms of movements. Another duality double onto Witty, and now he's gonna get knocked up, destroyed. Ivan picks up that kill, 2 for evosholy.
Yeah, but right now we can really confirm how evosholy is approaching the fight here. It really is like peeling an onion. You just want to take one layer at a time.
Fabio will try to secure the turtle, but this time it will be Albert that wins it. And Albert even finds a 2-man stun with the Blaze Surge. Fabian and Yehescu both make it out alive, but barely.
Yeah, but right now evosholy is in very good control of the map here. Fabian, I don't know if he sees it, but the diversion is just going to make sure that Erline gets his farm down in the bottom lane of the map. TLID, it looks like they want to play off timing here, because Fabian does not want to go for fights.
Just got kicked. Plenty of damage from evosholy. Fabian still able to dash out with the help of his teammates. Aran and Weedy will be around. Zaman Force powered by Erlan and actually gets stunned up by Yehescu. Now Reggie's in a precarious position, tries to just soak up the damage, but still ends up going down. Aran somehow stays alive.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Aran still goes for it. And he got Erlan, and now he's jumping onto the back line. Wanted to get Ivan, but Deposit gets a killing spree. Gonna punish him there, but I kind of feel like as an EXP laner, that was worth it, man. You got the gold lane.
It is. That was such a far distance covered by the Infernal Pursuit. I definitely thought that Erlan was out of range, but apparently not. And it does give space for Fabian to farm out a bit as well. evosholy not able to extend any sort of a lead, but it's still, they are in a decent spot. A kick into a stun, that's Yehescu blown up.
Yeah, probably, like, I don't know, not... Ezekiel, I feel like it's almost unavoidable at that point. He doesn't have the Purify. Has to be just a little bit more careful. Now, I'm not going to really fault him for that one. I would say it's more of an outplay coming in from Ivan. Very fast movements going in. Team Liquid ID, right now they're losing control against evosholy, but with that being said, evosholy doesn't have that big of a gold lead just yet. 1,300 and change, and now they get the bottom turret. The Lord is going to spawn very, very soon. evosholy, they have the right idea with this draft. We were doubting the draft a little bit, but looks like they understand like the Phoveus definitely is a problem, so deal with him first, and then your composition comes online.
Yeah, and also they have been trying to outmaneuver how fast this lineup moves, right? Like Ivan being able to go around the map, but most importantly, Deposet's diversion has really worked wonders in stabilizing the XP lane. Fabian against Albert. Fabian ends up on the receiving end of a punishment, and that is a massive kill for evosholy.
I would say that's insane by Albert, man. Like the fact that he was able to survive the initial burst damage coming in from Fabian and then fight back. I feel like that was a very good outplay coming in from Albert, and Fabian was just not ready for it. Reggie was there to follow up, making sure that he actually secures the kill. Right now, diversion going in, and they get Shiki.
That's such a deep angle. Aaron Shiki needs to get out right now. Witty and Yehescu cannot save him. And Yehescu will end up going down 2. Witty to join him in a great 3 more for evosholy, and that will be Lord number 1 for the red side.
I gotta say, Husky, this is a casual cast occurs where like, oh yeah, TLID's draft looks great. And then evosholy does amazing. But again, I would say it's more about their gameplay here. Like, they have a plan, and they're executing it very, very well. Who knew? If the Phobius was a problem, just deal with the problem first. And then everything will be fine. Everything will be dandy. Everything will be a little bit more easier. But I do have to say, Fabian is taking his time a little bit here because he's been avoiding a lot of the fights where even if you look at the KDA 0-1 and 1, he's just looking for farm. Not sure what's the timing that he's waiting for before he can be confident with actually getting those kills.
Honestly, at this point, if they go into the next game, regardless of who wins, I think Aloy is going to get banned out for sure. Fabian just gets solo killed by Albert on the other side of the map.
Yeah, no minions there, meaning he doesn't have any way to stack to actually dash around. Understandable why he couldn't get out of that situation. But right now, Team Liquid ID does look like they're a little bit lost. Maybe their whole game plan revolves around Witty as well as Aran doing well, and they're not doing well.
Even the Feather Airstrike only delayed by so much. You got Erlan on the top side alongside Ivan. Aran and Yehescu will be able to hold the fort bottom lane. Lord, unfortunately, will still result in an inhibitor falling for TLID. And evosholy in a very comfortable spot, an almost 8k gold lead.
I would say, yeah, I would agree with you, Husky. Erlan has been very flashy, especially with the Killua skin, but Deposet is actually controlling the entire map. Like the way that he's been using this Lui makes it so that TLID aren't really roaming around free in the team fights themselves. So they can't really position themselves in a very good way because the amount of displacement that Lucas and Lui provides make it so that it's hard for them to maneuver around.
And they just baited Witty. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Erlan is just going ballistic. This guy coming online, triple kill for the Harif. That fight was not even close, and evosholy finds 3 more. And this is a big problem for TLID. How do you deal with evosholy? How do you deal with Erlan?
I would say this is about as perfect as a game that evosholy is having right now. 8,000 gold lead. Just to answer your question, Weedy has to catch him because Aran, he can pursuit, he can chase, he can't lock down. The only one that can really lock down is Weedy, but Weedy is not having a good time here, where every single time he goes forward, I would say Ivan as well as Reggie, they're not hesitant to use their crowd control skills on the Gato Kacha. So this is a very interesting case study where if you're talking to a lot of players, they will always say lock down the damage dealers, but evosholy understands that that is not the only way that you can play the game, and they're doing a very good job. Weedy 0-5 and 3, Aran at 2-5 and 1 makes it so that Ezekiel doesn't have free reign to use the Feather Airstrike. Aaron Shiki, he can't position well, especially when Deposet is able to diversion on the backside and catching him off. But again, question. Fabian, what else is he waiting for? Is he waiting for a certain item? Is he waiting for Weedy or Aran to make a play? Because as of right now, he looks very passive, not the traditional Fabian that we know.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely is trying to... I feel like he has the items to fight. Now the question is, Witty, who has just been constantly punished the entire game, another kick into a destruction. Aran ends up following him. Reggie, he's just gonna stand and man fight Aaron Shiki. Aaron Shiki, the Roscoe meter does pop, diversion to the back. Aaron Shiki needs to get out, finds Ivan, a double kill, but cannot escape the jaws of Albert and Yehescu. in an attempt to save him, ends up going down. evosholy finds 4 at the cost of 2.
I was gonna say, if Aaron Shiki finds a way to outplay that, like, whew, that'll be insane. But no, Albert makes sure that he gets taken down, and I don't know, at this point, I don't know how Fabian can win this one. evosholy, they're not going for the lore. They feel like they can end the game right now.
Fabian just trying to stall out the wave. Witty still at the AOG, he's gonna use it right now. Clears out the final minute in time, but Witty is gonna sacrifice himself without that revitalize. Aaron Shiki up in 5 seconds. Aran just respawn. Yehescu to be back as well. So evosholy is gonna pull back, settle for the Lord. Big fat wave for Reggie to just cash in on the top side. Sweet, sweet income. TLID hanging by a thread. A 9k gold lead for evosholy.
Yeah, and right now the real problem is that Erlan as well as Albert, they're overflowing with gold at this point. So even if they somehow get caught, they can switch around their items, surviving a little bit longer and getting out of a bad situation. So Team Liquid ID, this looks like checkmate here.
Definitely feels like it with the second Lord taken. Spawning in just a couple more seconds, but 2 inhibitors have been taken down. I mean, Liquid ID, I do wonder if they've hit that critical mass. The average net worth, right? 42.7 thousand total net worth, so still missing some crucial items. But once again, this goes back to what Alpha has been highlighting this entire challenge stage, where Gatot is just not good as a solo initiator. In fact, Witty has not been able to get engaged at all because he always gets caught up by Ivan. One kick is all evosholy needs to end it. Now with the Lord pushing in, it's a concealed play. Yehescu with the feather airstrike once more. Aran just dives in, puts his body as a shield. But then you have Reggie in the backline with the Vengeance. Erlan is just godlike. Finds a double kill. Very casual game for evosholy, and it's 1-0 for them.
Oh yeah, EVOS fans are feeling very good at this point.